Hello, everybody. Oh my God, frog in my throat. Let me, man. Why do these things? There we go. Hello, and welcome to the D-pad. I'm Rick, and tonight is our September. What month is it even anymore? September 2020 Patreon Hangout. I wanted to fix something real quick. I look super blown out in this shot, and that's only half because I'm intensely white, like as a human being. So I kind of want to take a quick second as we're getting this started to like maybe unfuck some of the settings. Oh, I actually haven't tweaked these. That's just what I look like in this light on this camera. That's good. Um, I was playing with these for what felt like hours trying to find, because like, all right, so there's two really nice like soft light things they do. This one's called daylight. This one's called skylight. Skylight makes it seem like I'm in the Arctic. In daylight, it makes it seem like I'm in TV's version of Mexico or India or anywhere that's warm. Color temperature is real temperature. Let me see if I can. There's got to be a way to. See, if I make it like white, then it looks strange. Color theory is such a fucking mess. See, this just looks dark. Man, I need to like figure out how to get more like strong lights going on here, but I think I'll just go with this. Let's do this one tonight. Also, there's like the tiniest delay with the camera, like from what I'm seeing. So I've got like a little bit of a speech jammer thing. I'm literally finding myself looking at my mouth and going, "Oh, my words are a little bit behind my mouth when I that is a Logitech. I think so. It's the same one I think like all of us are using. I would have to like take the thing apart to see if there's like a serial number or a product number. Actually, model number. There we go. Let's see. But yeah, hello. Everybody's like got stuff that's going on right now. So I'm soloing it for at least for the time being. We will see if other folks join us. Just going down the chat real quick. I mean, I have no idea if I've even got means of doing that on here. Like the settings are all like oh, weird. All right, this is the exposure setting. This is the frame rate setting, and I think I'm going to go with standard, which appears to just go for frame rate, which makes sense. Oh, God, I froze myself because I did the thing. All right. There we go. We're back. I'm not going to do that anymore. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good week and such, hopefully. I'm trying to like, all right, so if I all right, I'm going to move the camera. This is going to be weird for a sec. Whoop. So try to make things look natural, so like, okay, I can look. Nope, I got it backwards. Damn it. I use a little bit of trickery. Whoop. There we go. Let's see. I think that'll do it better. So now I can face you guys like this, but then when I read the chat, I'm actually turned in the direction of the chat. There we go. I feel like that's a nice little trick that we can use. It'll be pretty good. I just like the look of being able to look like, oh, when I'm reading the chat, it looks in the screen like I'm reading the chat. It's just a nice little bit. It's film language, goddammit. It's film language. It's artistry and such. You guys didn't know this was an art stream, but it is. Anyway. Film language on Duolingo, yeah. Oh, man, the delay of the chat from this to over here is nuts. Actually, you know what? It's not making much of a difference. Anywho's it, what's it? Yeah, there's been a bunch of stuff going on. Oh, and now I'm losing my backlight because I went to my notes app, which is like in dark mode after 8:30 or something like that. Um, so I mean, 2020 is like such an anomalous year anyway, but I watched some of the Tokyo Game Show streams, or at least bits and pieces here and there, and I even watched the full Capcom one this morning. And like, oh my god, I've never seen I've never seen people say so much, talk so much while saying so little, and also spend an hour of video time revealing virtually nothing. Like, right? So Sega this morning had their stream, and this is the 60th anniversary of Sega as a company. Hair on the mic. And Mega Man. Next year is Mega Man Battle Network's 20th anniversary, and there's a lot of people thinking that they might try to do like a Battle Network Legacy Collection or something like that. No Mega Man news at all. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's not a lot to keep up with there. And Nintendo, rather than... Oh, yeah, next year is Sonic's 30th anniversary as well. Yeah, so double reason for them to be doing Sonic stuff. This time last anniversary was when they started pumping things up for Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. So, I don't know. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. Meanwhile, Nintendo's going the entire opposite direction with Zelda, where rather than any new information about Breath of the Wild 2, it is another Cadence of Hyrule DLC collection. This time it's 3 DLC things. The last of which is another game mode, and an entire other. I mean, it wasn't Nintendo developing it, but So this is so confusing. So Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which is a Warriors game, but is not a sequel to Hyrule Warriors, but is canon and a prequel to Breath of the Wild, which is incredibly confusing. That you've got Hyrule Warriors and Hyrule Warriors Legends, which are functionally one game by way of the definitive edition. So Hyrule Warriors and Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which are, from the look of things, in no way related. Like, in terms of, like, what's going on in them. It's just bizarre to me that they've had 3 that are all functionally one game, and then the 4th one is like, oh, nothing to do with that, and... Unlike those other 3, this one is canon. Like, the first 3 are decidedly not canon, or like they do that like one-way canon thing where it's like, oh, it's influence strong. Like, oh, these characters are basically like they were pulled from blah, which like you can do that with all sorts of story stuff. And instead, Age of Calamity is just a straight prequel. Like, it's just actually what happened 100 years ago. Which is a neat concept. I wonder if they've been kind of planning that the entire time. And they were like, hey, Hyrule Warriors really worked out well. And we have this awesome backstory that doesn't really work in the traditional Zelda formula or even the Breath of the Wild formula. Let's try doing another Warriors game. And then things went from there. So who knows? I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do with the story. I'm curious if there's going to be much in the way of new characters that get introduced, or if it's mostly going to be Link, Zelda, and their champions, and Impa, and the King, and the mechanics. I forget her name. Her and her husband, and she has that like weird reverse aging situation going on. But yeah, it'll be cool to see the champions actually in action, too. Including my girl, Mifa. Get Mifa going. It'll be cool to see her beating people up. It'll be a good time. But yes, that'll be a good time. I guess let's dive right in on the schedule of, like, all the stuff that's going on the channel, and then we'll kind of go from there and see where things go, I guess. So I guess that's a good place to start, actually, is Zelda. So, oh, yeah, Baby Sidon. Yeah, that's right. So we are finishing up Link, The Faces of Evil this weekend. We've been doubling up the pace, partly because Symphony of the Mask is coming out, and we're going to be covering that starting next week. But also because we took a couple weeks off just because we didn't have people together, and then the CDI had battery issues that we weren't aware of, which now we are. Now we'll be ready for it for the Wand of Gamelon. But we had to, like, literally we sat down to record, and then it was like, well, we don't have an hour and a half for me to get us caught back up from where the first 5 episodes were, so we had to wait another week to do that. So yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, so that's gonna be ending this weekend, and then we'll be moving on Monday into Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Mask. I think would, strictly speaking, be the full-ass name of that game. But yeah, so that's going to be a good time. We always love the Cadence of Hyrule games on the channel. We did the original, we did Octavo's Ode, which was okay. It was basically just the same game, but you play as Octavo. It seems like Symphony of the Mask is going to be more original, but we'll see how that winds up going. We're at least going to try to get the Wand of Gamelon done before Age of Calamity, but that's entirely going to rely 100% on how quickly Symphony of the Mask goes. I don't want to rush it. It'll probably be the same as Octavo's Ode in the sense that if we start to recognize, oh, this is basically the same game, then we're going to probably push it a little bit quicker than we would otherwise. But yeah, I am excited to try Symphony of the Mask. We're going to see how that goes. We're going to be following that up with Zelda the Wand of Gamelon, provided there's more than... So Age of Calamity comes out on the 20th of November. I am going to declare right now my intention that if Symphony of the Mask is done by the end of October, namely if it is done within 25 episodes, a little bit of leeway, but 25 episodes, then I think we will get the Wand of Gamelon in before Age of Calamity, and if it seems like we're going to kind of run into it a little close, then we can do a couple extra episodes on weekends or something like that to get us there. I suspect that the Wand of Gamelon will go a little bit quicker than the Faces of Evil, just because now we're going to be a little more used to how these games work, and we have a better idea of what to look for and what sort of mechanics are going to be on display. So yeah, if Symphony of the Mask takes less than 25 episodes, then we'll be doing Wand of Gamelon next after that, and then we'll be following it up with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and then will be our final CDI game, Zelda's Adventure. So that's going to be a good time. I guess that's true, right? The main Cadence of Hyrule was actually only a month long. I forgot about that. I thought it was longer. How long did Octavo's Ode take? Because I thought, I guess I can walk and talk. But yeah, no, I thought that, Cadence of Hyrule was only 12 episodes for that. Okay. All right. So yeah, fair enough. So I guess there's a pretty good, I guess at this point then, the only way that we wind up having trouble there is if not Octavo's Ode, Symphony of the Mask does that thing where it's like, oh, it's an expanded sequel and we've changed enough stuff that you have to basically start from scratch kind of thing. I'd be willing to bet more I'll say 16. If I had to put a number on it, I'd guess 16. That gives a little leeway too. Sometimes we don't always get to record every game we want to do. So that's true. Yeah, if it's super hard, then it'll slow us down also. But yeah, it gives us a little bit of breathing room there. Same goes if we get that done, then we'll have breathing room with Wand of Gamelon before Hyrule Warriors, because I want to get that started right away as well. And in fact, let's see, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The 20th is a Thursday, so you can probably expect Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity to show up on the channel on Monday the 24th. 24th, yeah. And then things will continue from there, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I guess that's Zelda. The state of things right now. Looking forward to getting started. I've already downloaded Symphony of the Mask, so that'll be a good time. I downloaded something else, and I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. I downloaded 2 things on this. I can actually look this up right now, because I think the Switch is connected to this monitor instead of the TV. It is... oh, yeah, okay. Oh, don't turn on Paper Mario. There we go. I did download Kirby Fighters 2, yes. That's what it was. I was like, well, I should know this. I don't know what the hell. And I just downloaded it because I'm like, do it now, then I won't have to worry about it later. Not like it'd be a problem. It's not like they're going to take it off the store. This isn't Super Mario 3D All-Stars we're talking about here. I don't understand why they're doing that. Can someone explain to me why Nintendo is only doing this Mario stuff until March and then all of it vanishes entirely? Like, I bought a physical copy. It's actually, so those are GameCube games. Those are Wii games. This used to be like GameCube, Wii, and then Wii U to the right of it, and then one shelf down behind the couch was just Switch games, but now their Wii U ones are down there and a Wii game. I've been buying... Actually, I'll show you here. I've been buying game cases because I've had for many years, I think I've actually shown these before, this used to be my super edgy... honestly, I just liked dragons and silver stuff when I was in high school. This used to be my car CD case, sleeve, whatever you want to call it. And then at some point or another, it became my Wii game holder, carrier, whatever thing. So, like, for example, we got Twilight Princess for the Wii. We have Trauma Center Second Opinion, WarioWare Smooth Moves, Wii Punch-Out, and then there's a couple other discs that very recently in the last week or so I put in here. So Final Fantasy X, Saints Row 4, Guitar Hero 2, and my favorite stupid CD-ROM game from when I was a kid, 3D Movie Maker. Sorry, Microsoft 3D Movie Maker. But so I've been buying up game boxes because when I was in high school, and especially when I was in college, space was at a premium, as it were, and I was trying very hard to save space as best I could. So this was a lot easier than like 20 game cases. Likewise, this is how I used to have all my GameCube games in high school going into college. This is 3 separate GameCube game holders, all bought from GameStop. And they hold something in the ballpark of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these hold 12 games apiece. And they are literally numbered 1, 2, and 3, because for a while I realized that it's going to be a big pain in the ass if I just let these be chaotic. So I generally alphabetized these, so at least if it was like, oh, I want to play some Super Mario Sunshine, probably going to be in number 3. Oh, I want to play Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Well, that is probably going to be in number 1, etc. Number 3, I've been slowly, as I've been getting game boxes, I've been taking the empty slot and loading something in from 3. So 3 is now literally down to Super Mario Sunshine. And then I can throw this one away, and I'm down to just 2 cases. But I've been slowly buying up cases and filling that shelf that's over there behind me with those because I've reached a point where I like game boxes again. So that's fun. Also, game boxes from the GameCube and Wii era are shockingly difficult to find in 2020. eBay is weirdly hard to find those. I bought a among other things, I bought a Twilight Princess for Wii case and I bought a Lego Star Wars 3 for the 3DS case, and both of them were reproduction cases using generic molds and things. And part of me was like, who cares? But also just like, if I'm going to spend money actually getting cases, I'm going to try to go with actual cases that are the real cases as opposed to like just cheap shit. I could 3D print game cases if I really wanted to, but I kind of want my shelf to look good and not bad. So yeah, it was a launch title for the 3DS, so I just got it back then. It was okay. Don't have a lot else to say about it. I don't think I beat it. I don't think I spent any real time on it. Yeah, the cases that I had were Kirby Air Ride, because we bought it for the channel. Soul Calibur, because we got Soul Calibur 2 because we bought that for the channel, and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, which to my surprise I had 2 copies of that, so I have to get another box for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, so that's fun. But yeah, that's my exciting thing. I also have somewhere over here I got Mega Man Legends and Super Adventure Rockman, which need boxes of some kind. But yeah, that's what exciting shit you get up to during the pandemic in your 30s. It's good shit. How did we even get on this? I don't even know how we got over to this, because I was talking about Switch games. Oh, right, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which is right about there, straight down, like right along the edge of the camera, but the couch is in the way. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, Deal or No Deal on DS. Oh my God. Good Lord. Man, one of these days I actually want to do an Ouya Ono style like meta series on shovelware crap. Like just do one-off videos of my favorite terrible game because it is so phenomenally shit. I honestly don't know how it got out the door. If no one's ever played it, The Price is Right for the Wii may very well be the just most garbage subterranean tier game I've ever put my hands on. It's disturbingly I don't even it's so weird because it's not like it seems unfinished, and it's not even like it's programmed badly. It's just dumb. I'm gonna spoil like the ability for me to ever actually do this thing with this game, but like, for example, The Price is Right game show, 4 contestants, one of them gets to participate in stuff, and then they add another contestant, those 4 contestants, they participate in stuff, and then then they do that one more time, then they get 3, then they have those 3 people spin the wheel, and then the top 2 people on the wheel move on to the final round, the final showcase, I think. So thing 1, The Price is Right is single player only. It's a game show game from the year 2000, I'm going to say 7, and it does not have multiplayer support. I'm pretty sure. It might be that it has multiplayer, but you have to use one Wiimote. I'm trying to remember how this works now. I think it's just single player. There's like one game mode. It's the most skeletal experience of The Price is Right. It was such an like I bought it from like some bargain bin because at the time I was interested in like grabbing new games, and it was like $2, and I was like, fuck it, I like the Price is Right. Everybody likes the Price is Right. If you're homesick, I mean, maybe it's probably still a thing now. Drew Carey's doing all right with it, but if you're homesick when you're in school, you're inevitably at some point gonna flick over to the Price is Right. It's just bound to happen. And that game is just bad. It's like Nom Flashbacks level of bad. It's really bizarre. Like it's taking me back right now. Just like, holy shit, that was that bad. Yeah. Food Network is hit or miss if you're homesick. Food Network can either be like really comforting, or it can be like, please God, take it away. I can't do this. Crypto the Superdog. Crypto had his own show? Holy shit. Did they cross over with Ace? I think that was his name, right? Ace was the bat dog. Let's not even go there. Apparently that phrase is not as much of a political killer as anyway. Streaky the Super Cat? Streaky the Super Cat. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I've ever heard about Streaky the Super Cat. No, that's fair though. We're gonna jump over to Mega Man first. So, how you guys enjoying Patchy Slot, Rockman Ability? I want to try. I'm gonna try to chat them up. They had reached out to us specifically, actually, to get our reactions to this series, and I loosely offered up some help to help mess with the video and try to, crop it and do some stuff there and like help out or whatever. But I'd mentioned before, like, because they had said like, hey, we're working on this thing, we'd really love to get your reaction to it. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want, I could help out, if there's something that you think I could do to be of assistance. And they were like, we're actually pretty much mostly done with that, we're just doing the translation part now. It's like, fair enough, okay. But I want to see if there's a way that we can help get Genzi set up in a way where they can do like a video out from that machine, because there's got to be a way. There has to be a way. If you're showing something on a digital screen, there is virtually always a way to intercept that signal and send it elsewhere or something. So I don't know. Yeah, we got very lucky about it. Like I was saying, V Hyper 1985 and company have been toiling away on this for I think at least a couple months. I'm going to see if I can get this right. So V Hyper 1985 and Shadow Rock ZX, and I'm trying to remember which one was the actual project lead. I forget which one of them was. Oops. Genzi is the one who actually owns the machine and got the footage, and Lumen is the one who's been doing the translations. I think Shadowrock might have been the video editor, and V Hyper might have been the project lead, though I might have that backwards. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the four of them have done an incredible job making this happen, and I'm really interested. It's the fully charged effect where it's like, this is going to be ridiculous. And then after a couple, you're like, all right, I'm actually pretty invested here. What's going on with Roll? What's happening with Roll? So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I know that they're done with so John and I recorded reactions to the intro video and stages 1 through 5. And they had stated that 6 through 10 and the ending we're going to get done sometime this week. And I know that at least number 6 is done at this point and basically ready to look at. I don't know about 7 through 10 or the ending. I think Wily is creepy because he moves like a person and not like a robot. Mega Man 11 does the sort of indie game thing where someone will, like, when they're going to make a move, like, and they'll just stand there and they'll have like a basic animation or something. But like this Wily is like really like moving and like he's in the camera's face and stuff, and he's like doing much more stuff, but it's also because those, like, this is functionally a movie as compared to Mega Man 11, where you really have to be utilitarian with your models and your animations and stuff to get everything to fit without spending just a ton more time. I haven't checked out the comics yet, but I will. I have a plan for that kind of going forward. I have to set a few things in place first, but we will be taking a look at the comics in some capacity. I think before the end of this year. I'm not positive. It might be like very start of next year. Patchy Slot Rockman ability is from 2018. It actually predates Mega Man 11 by a couple months, I think. And the English translation, it was September 19th, 20th, 2018. And Mega Man 11 was December 2018. And the English translation was released, or the English kind of subtitles were released as a fan effort for the second anniversary of the game in Japan. Yeah, no kidding. There was a while where we were being asked when season 2 of the show was coming out, and then it like reversed, and everyone started saying, "You guys know there's not a season 2, right?" And it's like, that was abrupt. So that, it's always interesting when people watch a video and you can tell that they didn't see when the video was posted, because they'll make a comment. We get comments on like 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old videos like they came out yesterday, and it's like, whoa. One, how did you even find that? Two, look at the date underneath there. If it says like 2014, odds are we're not really that like keyed into whatever was going on there anymore. So Rockman X Dive, at the very least, is coming out in Japan. It's been exclusive to the kind of Taiwan area. And you can download the APK and play it on your phone, play it on, I think, Android emulators will run it. I haven't done that because I kind of, not like a purist with it, but it's sort of like I want to play the like release that's intended for the US whenever that comes. I'm not impatient with it. I'm happy to wait until that comes around. If we find out that like, oh, the servers are going down in 3 weeks or something, then we'll definitely do some more stuff with it, and we'll try to like get that in while we can. But the plan right now is we're just going to sit tight until it gets a US, like, official US release. And they know that there's demand for it. So I'm sure we'll be finding out some more about that fairly soon. Also, the Mega Let's Play, we got Onimusha Blade Warriors, which we got through the first major task of the game, which was you have to beat the game. You have to beat story mode once in order to unlock megaman.exe. This game is actually really frustrating to find info online about. I don't know why, but there's like a severe lack of not corroboration, but like not everybody seems to agree on what it takes to unlock certain things. I alternately saw to unlock Mega Man, you just have to beat story mode versus you have to beat story mode with Samanosuke. I didn't know which one it was, and Samanosuke was the hero of the first Onimusha game, so I was like, that seems appropriate enough. We'll just do it that way anyway. So we did that. We unlocked megaman.exe. Well, we revealed megaman.exe. We now have to fight megaman.exe in versus mode in order to unlock him, which is interesting. I don't hate that. It's an improvement over Smash Brothers, where more often than not, until Ultimate anyway, you had to repeat whatever the unlock condition was if you mess up the battle. I kind of wish that if you started to unlock someone, that it just let you fight them right then and there, especially so that it would help it be obvious that that's what happens next if you lose. But we now we're going to get megaman.exe unlocked, and then there's more to do. There's more that's going to be going on, and we got a plan for that for this weekend. It'll be interesting. I don't entirely know what to expect Thought reprompt the unlock fight after every versus fight. I think it will do that if the unlock condition was versus matches. I think if you do a thing that's like, oh, defeat classic mode on very hard difficulty, I don't know that it's going to have you do the fight again after a versus match. I think if you've done 70 versus matches or whatever, and then you do another versus match, then it'll give it to you. But I don't know about, I don't know if that's the case for non-versus match thresholds. I'm not really sure. Oh God, Gogan Dantes. What a wild fucking ride. I feel bad that I had to cheese the Gogan Dantes fight as well as the Nobunaga fight, but like that was brutal. That was really fucking brutal. I forget, was it 30 matches that I had against Nobunaga? I forget how many I actually had. It might have been more. The weirdest thing about Onimusha Blade Warriors versus Sonic Riders in terms of trying to do a thing over and over again is in Sonic Riders, any given race is going to be in the ballpark of just shy of 3 minutes. It's going to be roughly 2 minutes, 50 seconds, plus or minus about 15 seconds. But you got a pretty good, fairly narrow window of how long a race is going to be. Onimusha Blade Warriors, there were matches that took less than 15 seconds, and there were matches that lasted almost 5 minutes. So it varied so wildly in terms of like how long an individual match was going to be. So super irregular sizes there. Yes, we know how to do the jumps. And so the entirety of Sonic Warriors, oh my God. The entirety of Sonic Riders was recorded in 2 sessions, episodes 1 through 10, and then episodes 11 through 20. So not to mention, jumps in Onimusha. Yes, I know how to do the jumps in Onimusha. It gets a little bit hazy if you are in a spot horizontally that lines up with like a ledge, because then the game's got to figure out what to do with that. Oh, you did mean Riders. Oh, okay. I mean, the jumps in Onimusha Blade Warriors are also not particularly smooth, but anyway, Onimusha Blade Warriors, we got more stuff to do there. And let me take a quick look at the game list. Yes. Okay, that's what's next. That'll be good. I think people will be pleased with what we're getting into after Onimusha Blade Warriors is said and done. We still have more to talk about there. So we did those two. Now let's get into Namco Cross Capcom. It's been going well. We are 12 of the game's 50. We're now through 12 of the game's 50 chapters. So we're about a quarter of the way through. It's been going well. I feel like it's one of those RPGs where the game really wants you to get into the finer details of it and like really, super plan stuff, but it also doesn't really mandate it all that much. Like the Battle Network and Star Force games are more forceful in like, hey, learn how to do this thing or you're going to have a really hard time. Namco Cross Capcom hasn't really done that, at least not yet. The last battle we did was the first one that actually had some real like danger to it. And even then it was not that significant and we wouldn't have had that hard of a time like catching up and fixing things. But yeah, we're a quarter of the way through after 4 streams. So my guess is we're going to have like 18-ish streams in total. It'll take us till somewhere in January, I think. So that's kind of where it'll be. I think the end of this game will happen in January, February, regardless. I assume the chapters are going to get longer. I don't know how much longer. I did the, I mean, not like it's much math, but if this game can go upwards of 100 hours and there's only 50 chapters, that means that the average chapter length is up to 2 hours. And some of those early ones are like half an hour, an hour. So we're going to get into battles eventually that are going to be like 4 hours. There's going to, like, chapter 50, I'm half expecting to be its own stream entirely. Like, I don't even understand what's happening there. But, yeah, it hasn't been too hard. There's been more difficulty coming in through there, so it hasn't been too bad. The translation is all over the place. It's been nuts. So it's been exciting to see all the Sonic Shuffle-esque weirdness in terms of the game text. And when it's done, it's really going to depend. My assumption is there's going to be at least a little bit of time before we get into another mega Let's Play stream after Namco Cross Capcom is done. I think there's going to be at least some space. So we'll probably try and like see. Seems like the game seems like 2 hours becomes the norm around halfway through. That seems about right. I think at one point I actually looked up a couple playlists just to get a general idea of how long people played the game for. And I did notice that as time went on, you got into more like really long three fight streams like I'm doing, and then really long 2 fight streams. Then after a while, it's like, okay, fine, it's 1 fight, but it's only 2, but it's like 2 hours long. And then one is like, oh, here's one that's like 3 hours long. So like, we're going to get to a point where we're literally getting like 1, maybe 2 done a stream by the end of this. But through the first quarter, we've been able to do at least 3 every actually, has it been exactly 3 every stream so far? No, the first stream we only got through 2, I think, but that's because we also had like the introduction of like everybody, and there was like huge exposition. And then I think second stream we got through 4. Yeah. But yeah, so I think when we're done with the Namco Cross Capcom, there will be at least some time that we can do something else there. Usually the Tuesday slot is reserved for longer games, but there won't be that long of a gap between this and the next one, so I don't want to overfill it with something else. So we'll see. I'll have to take a look and see what kind of time we're looking at, how many games are in between us, and then we'll see how that goes. And then Mega Man Star Force. There were no videos this week. We didn't get a chance to record any last week, and that was the end of what we had on hand. This week we're going to try. We'll see how we do. Hopefully Jeff and I can get some recording in like Saturday night and at least get through this week, and then next weekend we can try to get things back on track to start pushing through that. Not a ton to say there. That's been going really swell and really swimmingly and all of that. Oh, that's right. The first episode had an hour plus of tutorial. I forgot about that for Namco Cross Capcom. But yeah, Star Force is going really well. We are coming down to the end of the FMEN fights, after which point it's going to be, I mean, functionally for the post game, the entire post game of Star Force 1 is just collect chips. I guess when it comes down to it, the Battle Network games are mostly the same with that. It's just different flavors of that. But Star Force, once the FMENs are done, it's just collect chips. Yeah, actually, that's literally all that's left after that. So there will be a combination of probably using the chip buster. I think it's card buster. We're actually going to hit the piano. The piano, I think, is going to be the first thing we do after we're done with the FMENs, because that's like a nice like break point to do one of those. But yeah, we're going to get the cards get the battle cards on screen with the card buster, since that'll up our chances of getting cards. And then if there's any money that needs to be dealt with, then we'll probably wind up just doing... Someone recommended FMEN, one of the 3 FMEN fights that you can just stand there and do. And if you put on the Zenny Buster for that, then you just get presumably like a few thousand Zenny per go. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much of that is going to be on camera, but the problem is I also don't want it to be the last thing we do, especially if the last thing we do is then skipping over and going, oh, we got all the chips. Bye. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be kind of weird. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But as it stands right now, I haven't done a full check of it. I've been as we've been going to shops, I've been trying to keep track of how much things cost. Right now, we need, just from the ones that I've counted, we need a little under 90,000 zenny. So like, I think we'll have to see how things play out as far as money making. If I can make it be like, oh, we'll do one episode of money making, I'll do the rest off screen, and then we'll come back for whatever the final episode is going to be. Then maybe that can be a thing or something. But we got a little bit of time to figure that out still, so I'm not going to stress too much about that. Moving. The poll. I put up a poll on Twitter to find out like what game people think I should do for Star Force 2, because Star Force 2 is somehow the weirdest version of all of these, because Star Force 1 has 3 different versions of the game. Star Force 2 has like 3.5. And what I mean is you can play there's Mega Man Star Force 2 Zerker Cross Saurian. We're going to have 2 different Mega Let's Play games that are cross something at the same time. But Mega Man Star Force 2 Zerker Cross Saurian, which has 2 different game modes, Zerker and Saurian, and you pick one at the beginning, and that's the one you do. And then there's Mega Man Star Force 2 Zerker Cross Ninja, where you get 2 options there, Zerker and Ninja. Zerker is like 99.9% the same between them, between the Saurian game cartridge version and the Ninja game cartridge version, but apparently there is at least the mild difference of like, I guess you can transfer cards across your games on the same cartridge, which we're not going to do anyway. That's because we're just playing it through once. But yeah, it's weird. But the winner of the poll, unhelpfully, was Zerker. So we're going to be doing Mega Man Star Force 2 Zerker. And I think because the second place finisher was Saurian, we're going to do it on a Zerker Cross Saurian cartridge, which is convenient because that's the one that I also just happen to own anyway. I bought it literally at this point almost 15 years ago. I guess it would have been more like 12 years ago. And it's been sitting in plastic wrap this entire time. So we're going to crack that open in order to one in-game brother from the other version. Oh, so there's, yeah. All right, fair enough. But yeah, so we'll be doing Star Force 1, you had Leo as fire, Pegasus as ice, and Dragon as wood. Here we have, I believe, Saurian as fire, Ninja as wood, and Zerker is electric. So this time, ice gets left out. And then I don't think that, I'm not sure if that applies at all to, was it Red? Is it Red Joker, Black Ace? I think. I have no idea if there's a like an elemental affinity for those two that matters, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's where Star Force is at. Switching over to Pokemon. Pokemon Sword is back in action. We have a few more episodes recorded out, and hopefully we'll get some more in this weekend. Really weird chapter that we're in. The road from Sirchester to Spikemuth, however it's pronounced. Very odd chapter. Very odd finale to that chapter. You guys will be seeing that next week. We did do the 7th Gym, yeah. Unexpected situation, but I both appreciated it and was confused by it at the same time. But it was kind of neat, honestly. I actually wish this game had more situations like that done up, both in terms of depth and relation to the story, and also giving the gyms a unique flair. I like both of those things, and I wish that was a bigger part of Pokemon Sword. I really wish that the other, at least the first 6 gyms didn't all feel, and the 2 different forms of 2 of those gyms, so 8, don't feel so copy-paste. The challenges are nice, but I don't know. There's no real penalty to them, so it just kind of feels like you're going through the motions a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, beside the point. You can move save files. Okay, I didn't know about that. That's interesting. I'll have to see about that with maybe Sarah's Switch or something, and we'll figure that out, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Sword is coming along. I don't try to dictate for Jeff and Ben what that series is gonna like do in general, but it seems like the general idea is beat the game, do the DLC, head to the Isle of Armor, and then when was it Shield Tundra is unlocked, then that'll be a thing as well. I think that's the idea. But anyway, Crown Tundra. Thank you. Yes. Oh yeah, because Sword and Shield, Armor, Crown. Yeah, Crown Tundra. But yeah, that seems. I mean, that's also how the game presents it. Honestly, in terms of like, well, all right, the DLC. I've been told that the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor anyway, and presumably the Crown Tundra, don't actually scale in like a meaningful way from the end of the game. They're kind of meant to be done in pieces. So we may wind up with some like stupidly easy stuff at the beginning, and then it like ramps up a lot faster going in. So who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty good. I feel like I'm sinking further and like I'm receding into the chair. Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee, I know, has been offline for a long ass time. Between doing the Twilight Princess Picross video, between doing the Patchy Slot, I should say Patchy Slot is probably giving people like, visceral reactions. Patchy Slot, Rockman Ability. I think I did one other thing with John. I'm trying to remember what it was. Like, there's about a 1 second delay. We've been doing it through Discord chat. But a Pokemon game, there's gonna be some reactions that'll make it difficult. Like, if like a huge upset suddenly happens out of nowhere, then that could be a little bit tricky. It'll just mean I'll have to do some clever editing on my side. But I think that we're gonna start getting that together soon. I don't think it's happening this weekend. Yeah, I don't think it's happening this weekend just because the time difference and just how things are lining up. But maybe next weekend we can start getting that going again. It'll be pretty nice. Because yeah, that one's also. It's funny. This is the second time now. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, it's the second time now that I've beaten Sabrina, and then we've gone on, and then the game has gone on this massive extended hiatus. So the funny part is there's not a ton left of the game after this. Like, I didn't do the Seafoam Islands, so John did because he wanted to get his Articuno. Actually, did he do the Seafoam Islands yet? I think he did. Oh yeah, we had the other chair in the other room too, but. Oh, that's fine. Oh, all right. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's a little table.
Drafting table.
Is it? Is that what that is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can like, I haven't used it as a drafting table for a long time.
Yeah.
But there was like a ridge that would be on here, and you can like lift.
Oh, nice. Okay, that makes sense. I think when we were moving it, it tilted itself.
It's wobbly. It's not.
Gotcha.
It's not the sturdiest.
Is it gonna fit? There you go. Nice.
Just not talking to your mic.
Yeah. I think that one should be fine. Yeah. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. After Sabrina, you head on down to the Seafoam Islands, and then you go to Cinnabar Island. You do the Pokemon Mansion. You fight Blaine. swing back north, and you pretty much beeline it to Viridian Gym. Yes, you probably just in everyone's ears. Oh no! I usually keep them all muted until people come up, but I was like, it'll be chaos, so I'll just leave them all on today. But yeah, you then it's Victory Road. So
Victory Road.
yeah. So like I'm not. It's funny how close we are to the end of Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee, or at the very least Eevee. John might have some work to do for Pokemon Pikachu. I don't think he's done Silphco yet. I don't think he's done the power plant. He went into the power plant and then he bailed on it.
Sorry to everyone's ears.
Oh God, just toomfed.
What's up, party people?
Yo. Yeah, I guess I don't have to do Seafoam Islands. Like, I'm not planning on. I'm planning on catching Articuno. I'm not planning on using Articuno because I've got Zapdos. So.
How can you read this shit?
Because I'm close to it.
That makes sense.
You want that?
Oh yeah, that's better.
All right.
And a single Pokemon game 2020. No,
working
can't
on it.
Make me.
I'm working on it.
Pokemon forever.
Honestly, the pandemic had just like completely destroyed all progress of that. Because like we got Sword and Shield, we got Pikachu and Eevee, both of which were harmed pretty severely by lockdowns and stuff. And then Insurgence is waiting in the wings for both of those to be done, so that isn't going anywhere. Sun post game is kind of just like waiting for us to have more time where John is available. Like I have the game and the recording's on this side.
Also, like who fucking cares about Sun post game?
I'm curious about it to be honest, but
where's your? Oh, that's the camera.
Camera's up there.
Do you care about Sun post game?
And then I don't know if we're ever necessarily.
I'm curious if anyone does actually care about Sun post game.
We came so close to actually recording.
Yeah.
To actually recording more Ultra Sun like last summer. Out of nowhere, it was like the 4th of July, and Lindsay was around for it was like a barbecue thing we were doing, like barbecue pool day or something.
It was last year, right?
It was last year.
Yeah.
And we were outside, and I don't even know how it came up, and it was like, hey, do you guys want to like do more Ultra Sun? And everyone was like, yay! And then we stayed outside for another 2 hours and enjoyed each other's company. Yeah. And then when we came in,
we were better off.
Yeah. And then we came inside, and Lindsay was like, oh, actually, I have to go now. I was like, all right, maybe next year. And then spoiler, didn't happen this year either.
Sure didn't.
So,
for a reason.
And I mean, my mindset has always been for Ultra Sun was if people are around and want to record it, we can record it. And if there's just a week where we don't have, it is hot up here, where we don't have Sword and Shield and we don't have Pikachu Eevee for one reason or another, we just have those episodes.
That's
and we
true.
just put them in there.
We had to like.
Have we told that one a lot?
We pushed on Let's Go.
That was the
new thing. It was like, well, let's do the new game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of waiting the other one anyway.
If it wasn't for that, we would have focused on.
Was like, I mean, we should push and do the new game, and still weren't done with the other ones.
Thankfully, this year we don't have to worry about it. We got DLC, but we're still actively doing Sword and Shield, so it's not like we're racing to finish that because of another thing.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot more leeway this year to actually like close out most of these. My guess would be by the time next year rolls around, at the very least, Sword and Shield will be done. Pikachu and Eevee will be done. Not next year, meaning like end of next year when like another Pokemon game will get announced and released or something. But Sword and Shield will be done. Pikachu Eevee will be done. Sun post game I think will be done. I'm sure. I think in the next year, especially if we're getting the other stuff moving, then we can get that to happen at least.
Sorry for the coughs. I have allergies and it's like
No
in my
worries.
fucking throat.
Pokemon Yellow might be done. It really depends if we do enough streams for that. I don't think Insurgents will be done by then. I don't think Ultra Sun will be done by then. Maybe Yellow. The rest should all be gone though. Ben's a little quiet.
That's normal for me.
Tap on your mic real quick.
So maybe I didn't blow everyone's drums out.
Number 4.
Oh, that probably still was loud. It's just my voice.
It's so hard to reach in here and do this. Oh, that's way loud.
Maybe that'll be just right then.
There we go. We'll try that. Ben, is your hair longer than usual?
I mean, it's longer. Yeah, it is. It is. Because I should have got a cut before the pandemic, and I didn't, and I haven't got a cut yet.
Oh, I made the.
So it's, I mean, the light. It looks like the light's kind of weird, but my hair's like here. It's long. It's getting long.
I will admit, I made the danger trip to go get my hair cut at one point.
I say before the pandemic, like it's over. Before quarantine. Before quarantine was
there we
like
go.
hip and vogue.
Yes.
Now quarantine is so passe.
Hmm. Yeah. Like
Everyone
it
kind of gave up.
I mean, it hasn't been a thing. It hasn't been a thing around here in a while because we actually did it. A lot of places are actively doing it right now.
Yeah,
still,
we did pretty good. Although I heard Boston is on the rise again.
Yeah.
And every place is going to be because it's going to get cooler and people are going to go back inside with the mentality of we did good, guys. Which anyway, I'm talking about games.
Yep. I think we're good on Pokemon generally. Sonic Riders. We beat the main story mode. Yay! We have more to do with it. No. No, we got we're going to tackle mission mode, which is Beast. Ironically, it just seems like if we do a Sonic game and Sarah is even like passively interested in it, then there's going to be a mission mode that we do for a million years. I got to double check what the specific unlock conditions are for certain things. But I think we're already good to go on mission mode in full at this point. Like we just do it from here. I don't know what to expect, to be dead honest. But I don't know. I'm curious about it. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll be moving on once we're done with that. I don't know how many missions there even are, but yeah, beating mission mode unlocks the bulk of what's unlockable in the game. Oh, yeah. You have to get gold on all of those, and I don't think we'll be doing that. Nice as it would be to get Supersonic, I don't know that I want to put myself through the torture of gold medaling all of these events.
Well, you got to live and learn.
Hanging on the edge of tomorrow.
That sounds right. I think that's right. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is the first thing on there? From the world of yesterday.
That song fucking slaps, though.
It is really good. The Sonic theme songs generally are really good. Live and Learn from Sonic Adventure 2, really good.
Live and Learn was Sonic Adventure 1, wasn't it? At the very end?
No, that's 2.
Chaos?
That's 2. That one is Open Your Heart is Sonic Adventure. That one's also really good.
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes has Sonic Heroes, which is a fucking slapping banger.
Sonic Adventure 2 also has is the song just called City Escape?
Yes, yeah, or Escape from the City. The stage is called City Escape, and then the song's called Escape from the City.
Okay, because I know the lyrics are yada 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 Escape from the City.
Yeah,
but I thought the name of the song was City Escape, which matches the level.
Yep. But yeah, no, that one is incredible.
the bass at the beginning just like immediately sets the mood. Like, yeah, all right, I can do this.
It's such a like crisp bass line, and you get that like woo.
Yeah.
So good.
I kind of hate about myself that song gets me pumped up, but like that they set out with the goal for that song and they fucking nailed it.
Yep.
So.
West Coast. It's classic, quintessential like West Coast rock groove. Fucking so good. Sonic Heroes has obviously the main theme, and then it's also got What I'm Made Of as the final boss theme, and that is also a really, really good track.
I am made out of flesh and bone.
Exactly. Shadow has
fluid.
Bird out, gun cock, bullet, down. Just terrible. Sonic Riders music is fine.
Is Sonic Riders a speed racing game?
It is a racing game, yeah. It's a hoverboard racing game.
Is it a game where you're on speed?
Yes. It's the only way to survive it. It's the only way to make it through.
Of speed, I gotta pick up some pseudoephedrine.
Ooh.
Because I've been all nasally.
Just too much schnoz.
Yeah, just too much schnoz.
Mm-hmm. Can't be doing that. You gotta have less.
It's okay if I tell people that I was sick, right?
Yeah.
I was a little sick last weekend for a couple of days, and I went and I got tested, and I think I said that on an episode, actually.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
But I did get tested. It was negative.
Yep.
But like, yeah, it's all the like pressure is like all built up in here and like causes earaches and stuff too. It's just all the fluid that like gets all backed up in there, and pseudoephedrine will dry that all out.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good to just get that
pseudoephedrine
relief.
is like it's pretty close to meth. So
I mean, yes.
it's
Yeah.
speed and
Speed and a little circular red pill.
yeah. So I remember one time I I like telling this story. It's not really a story, but I took so like my allergies have been I've had seasonal allergies, but they're super weird. Where like I won't have them for years, or like I didn't have seasonal allergies at all growing up.
Yeah.
And then, like, all of a sudden, in my, like, mid-20s or whatever, I started getting really bad seasonal allergies that lasted for, like, 5 to 7 years, then they went away again. But during
like,
that
we're
period
outta
of
here.
time, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's, like, a normal thing, but... Excuse me.
I mean, allergies do change
But,
over time, but
Yeah. They say approximately every 7 years, so maybe they're coming back.
yeah,
Maybe. But I took pseudoephedrine, and I had my like giant Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I was working at the pharmacy at that point, and like I was still really congested. I was like, "Shit, that pseudoephedrine isn't doing anything."
Oh no!
So I took another one.
Oh Ben, no!
So it was like a double dose of pseudoephedrine on top of like way too much caffeine, and holy shit, I could feel my heart in my brain.
Oh God!
I got a lot of work done that day, though.
I bet you could do
and my sinuses were dry as a bone.
you could do literally anything at that point.
Yeah, and then I collapsed later.
Oh my God!
But like, because it's just one of those things. Like I know it's not the same as speed or meth or whatever. Like it's obviously different. But
Yes.
It's just like but like when that happened, it was like I kind of get. Like this is used to make meth. Yeah.
Makes
All
sense.
right.
Is like, oh, these are pretty goddamn close.
Yeah, I can see this being a part of that.
Got
And like I can
it,
understand
got
why
it,
people, like an intense it's different, I'm sure, but
Replace Ben's meth with Folgers crystals. Let's see if he notices. Oh God!
I know it's nothing really alike like in reality, but
Oh God!
yeah.
Holy shit!
A friend of mine, even just like too much caffeine like messes with his anxiety. So
I believe it.
some people are just like really sensitive to certain things.
Let's see. Let me check my list again here. Okay. Moving on from Sonic, we in Kirby we've entered back into Smash Land, doing Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS, and the first 3 episodes have no game audio.
Oh no, did we lose audio on that?
Yeah, it's a different scenario. The program that we used to actually capture footage, basically fucked up and just went like no audio source.
Cool.
Like we had everything plugged in. I literally changed an
cool.
option, then changed it back while I was testing it out afterwards, and it worked fine. So I was like, oh, good. That's great. So,
yeah, I think Rick was saying the same thing. That there's not a lot of content in the like Smash 4 generation.
yeah.
And is there less or more in Smash for 3DS versus Smash for Wii U? I don't know.
They're comparable. They did this thing where they decided that content that related more to handheld properties were going to wind up in the 3DS one, and content related to home console properties were going to be on the Wii U version, and there were a few different game modes as well. I'd say the Wii U version is definitely larger, but not like by a huge amount. I think the Wii U does the Wii U one have that like weird event mode grid? Because
that was Brawl, wasn't it?
Was that Brawl?
I think that was Brawl because we already did that.
Did we? Fuck, I do not even remember that.
I think
Wii U has event mode. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe that's because like maybe we're just mixing it up with when we did that. I don't know. Because I was like, I can't remember how Brawl event mode even worked. Did it have an event mode now that I'm thinking about it, or did Subspace Emissary just take over for that? God, I don't even remember. Oh my God. But yeah, we are going to actually be hitting all of the game modes in this playthrough of those. I think when we were doing the 3DS one, we were also generally trying to keep it brief so that we didn't run over when the Wii U version came out. But yeah, so I guess we'll definitely be more thorough with it this time.
no. Less thorough. Do less things.
General rule of thumb with the Smash games has been anything that's unlockable, we're going to unlock, and that's kind of our barrier. We want to unlock everything. We want to complete every game mode at least once. and that's kind of our two sort of pillars for Smash Brothers of like what constitutes a complete Let's Play for this.
I mean, like you and I forget who it was in chat was saying, like, there's not a ton of stuff in that game.
There really isn't. The list is pretty small. Like,
you know.
the probably the most annoying thing is that to unlock, is it Mr. Game & Watch or Flat Zone 2 or maybe both, you have to clear that wall of challenges, but a lot of them are really basic, like
I just
play
find,
10-man Smash once, and it's like, okay.
I just find it annoying that like we did all that stuff for Smash for Wii U on a better controller. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, we did both of them, right? We did the 3DS and we did the Wii U, and I think the Wii U one was also only sort of complete. Like, we didn't really go all that in depth with that one either.
yeah.
So we're gonna see when we get through both of those, I think. But and yeah, Kirby Fighters 2 just got released out of the fucking clear blue sky yesterday. So that is getting tacked on. I'd been at odds between having that be a game that comes in between Smash 3DS and Wii U for the sake of giving them a little breathing room, versus similar to some of the other downloadable titles, just tacking them onto the end and then visiting them when we get there. I think I messed up with Team Kirby Clash a little bit because I mixed that up with Kirby Fighters. But I'm still sort of low-key banking on, there's been murmurs about a Kirby game coming out next year, and it'd be really nice if that lined up in a way where we could kind of close this whole thing out with a new Kirby game. So we'll just kind of see how that goes, I guess. But yeah, that's the thing, is like we didn't do any of the downloadable games on release. The only games that we did when they got released were Planet Robobot and Star Allies, and I think that's actually it. And I guess Smash Ultimate also, but I think that's it. Those are the only ones that we actually did out of order for Kirby. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, so the Wii U game will come after that. We'll do it the same way as we're doing the 3DS, and then it's down to the last honest to God leg of the Dreamy Let's Play, where we have one full-scale game that we didn't, or one, I guess, cartridge game that we didn't actually that we haven't touched yet, and then everything else is either a little spin-off downloadable title or a game we've already played. Are there two or there one? I think there's just the one at this point. I just want to look at my list real quick. Yeah, there's just the one. Everything after that point is either a spin-off downloadable title or something we've already done some of. So yeah, Smash Brothers, and then the last lap from there. Kirby Battle Royale. Maybe I'm mixing that one up with. That's the thing. So we've got Kirby Fighters, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe, which is basically like that's the same thing. I think Planet Robobot had Team Kirby Clash. So Kirby Fighters, Team Kirby Clash, Kirby Battle Royale. Can you see why it might be easy to mix these games up slightly? Like, they're all Kirby fights a Kirby for the title, so it's very easy to kind of, mix those up with each other. Well, they say
your worst enemy is yourself.
That's true.
So, Kirby fights himself.
Fuck.
If he can conquer himself.
Damn.
Kirby doesn't fight a Kirby in Team Kirby Clash, but the title does sound like
I'm talking about the titles.
Team of Kirbys are clashing.
Yes.
Or teams of a team of I don't know. There's infighting within the team of Kirbys.
I'm talking about the titles being like I made the incorrect assumption that they were all functionally like Kirby fighting things. Yeah. And yeah, Super Kirby Clash on the far end, which is I think Super Kirby Clash is to Team Kirby Clash and Team Kirby Clash Deluxe as Kirby Fighters 2 is to Kirby Fighters and Kirby Fighters Deluxe. I think.
It is a team of Kirbys fighting against another thing, but you could interpret it as a team of Kirbys.
I'm surprised they didn't
fighting itself.
With Super Kirby Clash being so recent, I'm surprised they didn't call, and being literally the same formula, compared to Kirby Fighters. I'm surprised that they went with Kirby Fighters 2 and not Super Kirby Fighters or something.
They should have called it Kirby Fighters also.
There's a W, but it gets knocked out of the way because there's secret bonus fighter Wario.
Kirby Fighters in addition to.
Kirby Fighters Plus.
Kirby Fighters. Yep.
Kirby Fighters ampersand.
And
Yeah.
two Kirby
Two Kirby 2 Fighters. There we go. That's the one. But yeah, so that's where Kirby stuff is at. At this point, I honestly couldn't even begin to guess when Kirby's going to be over, just because once we get through the last remaining untouched game, the length of time we spend on anything is going to vary so wildly that I don't think we're gonna have a real clue where that's going to end up. But again, hoping that maybe we get that new Kirby title for 2021 around the time that we wrap this up.
So when we make it to 2021.
Oh, baboosh. We'll have to see.
We'll make it to 2021.
Yeah. Resident Evil 0, we're getting on in that game. I have a video I'm going to be trying to finish it up and get it online for a late night upload. But what were we even up to? I think we got into another basement. There's always another basement. But we're into the next chapter of the game.
Uncle's basement.
Yeah.
Holy shit. My beard. It's crazy when I put my hands here. My beard goes down to here.
Holy shit. Right to the dead center of the chest.
Pretty wild.
That's at least
It's like a fucking
twice as long as mine.
It's like a foot long.
I think it's at least twice as long as mine if I had to. Yeah, twice. Yeah, twice at least.
It needs to be at least 3 times as big.
Oh man, I gotta watch that fucking movie again, and then
He's absolutely right.
and then convince myself to not watch the sequel. I've never seen the sequel.
I haven't seen the sequel.
I've
either.
not
I
heard
don't
great
intend
things.
to. I don't care.
Yeah.
The first one's good. If I want Zoolander, I'll watch the first one. So,
Mm-hmm.
I can't read chat again. Can you bring up Ben chat so that I can?
Oh
read?
yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Shoop. Yeah, George Trevor was the not architect. Oh yeah, no, he was the architect, but he didn't build it. I think, right? Is that how it worked? And he was trapped in the mansion and died there. I'm relatively sure.
He built the mansion in the first game and nothing else.
Oh, okay. So I don't know then. I actually really
Maybe he built some relationships with his friends.
Maybe. Or yeah, Umbrella just really loves the same kind of architecture and decor. I actually really like the way Zero is kind of... I was expecting Zero to just be here's how Rebecca got to where she was in Resident Evil 1. I was not expecting... Oh, also, here's how Dr. Birkin and Wesker got to where they were in Resident Evil 1 and 2. I wasn't really expecting as much legitimate setup as they're actually giving. It's not much, but it's something, and I was not expecting that much even, so it's kind of wild. It's been good, though. I don't know how long we're going to be at it. Also, worth note, the one actual valuable piece of information that we got from today's Capcom special thing is, if you looked carefully on the top left of the screen, Resident Evil 8 has a 2021 release date and is not any more specific than that, which means it's not coming out anytime soon. Yep. It's not coming out anytime soon. It's going to be coming out on the tail end of that. It'll probably be a late summer, mid-fall release, something like that. So, if Resident Evil 8 isn't coming out until then, Resident Evil 4, if that is their next project, isn't coming out until way after that, 2022. So, odds are we're going to be playing the original or the HD version of the original Resident Evil 4, because there's no way that what's left of Zero and Code Veronica are going to take even 20% as long from here as they would need to in order to buy enough time to get to Resident Evil 4 remake. I I'm going off of CJ's plan. The order of operations for this is 100% CJ driven.
Which means chaos.
A little bit. I mean,
I think that's good though.
Code Veronica, strictly speaking, would have probably gone before Resident Evil 0, but CJ, the decision came down to this ties in better to 1, 2, and 3, and it helps backfill that information, and then Code Veronica kind of closes out all of that.
Yeah, tell the story, not the like chronological order of release or whatever.
But yeah, Code Veronica is going to be interesting because Code Veronica X did happen. It does have an updated version, but it'll be interesting. I don't know if we're doing the Survivor games at all. I'm not sure on that one. I'd have to double check with CJ. I don't think we're doing every Resident Evil game. We're mostly sticking, as far as I'm aware. I don't know exactly what CJ's got planned. We're mostly sticking to the core series. We have a few side games that we're doing. I think the Chronicles games we're doing. I really don't know actually beyond that. We're not doing. I don't think we're doing the Survivor series. I don't think we're doing the Dead Aim series either. Yeah.
CJ's right to avoid that. I trust CJ.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Kingdom Hearts. We started doing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. It's
Birth by Sleep?
Birth by Sleep. It's the measure of the area of a rectangle that is born in one direction and sleeps in the other.
What?
Because it's birth by sleep, and it's a
breath by
slepth.
breath by slept.
Why did I not save that for an actual video that gets a title?
We can still use it later. It's okay.
But now everyone will know.
These guys just have the insider info when that episode called Breath by Slept comes
Birth
out.
by Slepth.
It comes out later.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's been good so far. We actually played 5 episodes. Sarah and I did 5 episodes of it in one sitting. And we're immediately like, God, we want to do more of it, like right now. And we've had to hold back because we're trying to. No, Jeff has not been there for it's only just been the one session, and Jeff was down for the count, not feeling well while we were recording it. But we are gonna see if we can get some in this weekend. It's gonna be a little bit snug. We might hold off until next weekend just because just like timing of getting stuff in. We have enough episodes to get through this weekend and into next weekend, so it's not like high priority. So far, I'm liking it a lot. It's been pretty cool. The storyline is both intriguing and informative in a nice combined way.
I don't know if I believe that any Kingdom Hearts story is informative.
Well, that's the thing, is like it's adding mystery, but it is also giving you enough to go on where you're not just completely in the weeds. There's going to be some weird shit coming into play later on, guaranteed, just because of stuff they're setting up. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's been good so far. I'm looking forward to more. I had actually pitched to Sarah possibly having her and myself and Jeffrey playing each of the 3 characters for that. She was a little bit reluctant/resistant to that, which is fair. If she's like super down on playing as much of it as she can, then I'm not like, no. And also, there's probably going to be a point where it gets past my way for like the stupidly difficult ultra bosses that I then get to swear at for several hours. So that'll be fun too. But yeah, general rule of thumb around here is that people play until they're tired of playing, and then they pass to somebody else, and then it continues. So we will see. We'll see where that stuff goes. But yeah, it's been going well. Ouya oh no. We are now more than 3/4 of the way through. Actually, we're more than 80% of the way through.
I've heard that
recorded. Like what's left.
Remember when we were almost done with it?
Yep. And then we found the hard drive that had more stuff on it. It's like, wait, what? How did that even happen? Because it was plugged in
like,
every
we only got
time.
Like 5 more games or something. Like, we're almost done with this.
Yep.
Oh, nope. I meant 50 more games.
Yep.
Some of them have been pretty good, though. So
yeah, we actually got a really
you guys
nice
said you
streak.
had some good ones.
The one we did last week was solid. we did a pretty long batch, and it's good stuff. I don't want to like get too spoilery on it, but look forward to the next handful of Uya Ono videos. So
Or don't. I'm not your dad.
you can not if you don't want to. I don't. Yeah, it's not a big deal. So whatever.
You do you, buddy.
Whatever. Just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it for schedule stuff. Yeah, I think that's it as far as stuff that's on our schedule goes.
I'm only James Games' dad.
Mm.
Sorry, everyone else.
Ben Games 10.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Ring Fit Adventure is over. It's after 164 days of working out.
Now you're fit.
I am the fittest.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't just kind of add muscle and do very little to fat.
That's all right. That's better than nothing.
It is certainly better than nothing. It is 100% better than nothing.
You've done an infinite amount more stuff than I have.
You've done stuff. I've seen you do things before.
I guess I've like gone for a walk.
That counts.
Yeah.
And I have not gone on infinite walks. So
yeah, I guess I can't say you've done orders of infinity more. Like I've done a thing, but you've done a lot more than I have.
So now I have to start running again.
Yeah.
So that I can shed some of these pounds, and also, I'm probably going to be maybe like twice a week, just be doing Ring Fit Adventure on my own, doing the extra mode, just to kind of keep at it a little bit, and not like regress, in terms of the muscle and fitness and stuff. I think pairing that
man,
with
my
actually
face is
running.
tired. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Working up a sweat, frowning that much.
Oh man! Oh, I just gotta. Oh, there we go. Oh, the internet personality nickname. When was the last time that any of us actually used that one?
I mean, it's just kind of like you wouldn't call me Mr. Internet Personality. Like the name is there, Like you wouldn't call me Mr. Mooney.
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would.
Most people wouldn't call me Mr. Mooney. Like my name is Internet Personality Ben Mooney, but that's like a full title.
I've seen it's on his birth certificate.
Yeah.
It's very weird. I
It's
don't know what
not
that's
like,
all about.
Oh, that's Internet Personality Ben Mooney to you. I didn't go to 4 years of Internet Personality school to be called Ben.
Also, the internet personality school is just the YouTube creator program, like videos, and they suck anyway. So it's not. There's the whole: should I go to college? Should I go to film school? Should I go to YouTube video jail? And then you go, whatever. It doesn't matter. But it's fine. Oh my God, my brain is like so tough. This week has been rough. This week has been a rough one.
This month, this year.
Sarah, I don't know I forget what the specific reason was for that, but hopefully she'll be back for it for next Friday for more XCOM 2.
Yeah, that's true. The idea of an internet personality has become a bit more like it's a little cringy.
Yeah, well, I mean, like not even
Not
cringy, but like
just like
a lot of.
It's worn out.
Well, also a lot of internet personalities have turned out to be crime people who have done crime things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So have like lot. I don't know. That's a weird. Like lots of people do crime.
Yes, but most of them don't build up a reputation online first and then do crime.
I'm not an internet crime committer, son.
Oh,
all right,
man.
you listen here, boy. Yeah, I don't know. Just everyone crimes.
That's too many cakes.
That is too many cakes.
That's true. Yeah, Friday was a bit of a rough day for a number of reasons that I guess more like a singular reason, but it's not really for the channel.
Oh,
but
do I even know this?
I mean, yes, but I just don't want to like get into it on here. But yeah, I think Sarah will be back for more XCOM 2 next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even really talk about the streams outside of Namco Cross Capcom. Jeff and Co have been getting into Barotrauma, which has been going pretty well. I don't know basically anything about that game, so I don't know what one can expect in terms of longevity on that. Though Jeff is in the chat, so maybe he can fill folks in.
Yeah, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
You're in this chat.
There's
What
John
are you
is
gonna do about that?
John's doing Trials of Mana. Likewise, I don't know. I have no idea how far along he is in that either. So, big question mark on that. I have no idea if John has a plan for what he wants to do after that. We'll kind of see how that goes. Approaching halfway. Okay, so he's got another probably 7, maybe 8 streams to go at that point. Then, so he'll be at it until basically Halloween. No, sorry, not Halloween. Until Thanksgiving. Let's see. There's me and Namco Cross Capcom. We talked about that. Wednesday is Jeff and Dave doing Divinity Original Sin 2. Likewise, no clue how far along that is. I wish I could keep up with the other streams more, but I'm usually just super busy, so I can't really.
And a custom submarine.
Submarine, yeah. And also, I would have to figure out how half of these games work, which I don't currently. So, halfway. All right, so another 10ish episodes of that too. Then, all right. I don't know. I mean, I probably will be covering Age of Calamity's news video thing. It kind of depends how they present it. Have they given out any information about when that's happening? I don't know if it's a stream. I don't know if it's just a video that they're just dropping on the internet. I don't know how it's actually working. Thursday is Paper Mario: The Origami King, and I think next week there's a decent chance that might be the final stream. If it's not that week, then it's almost guaranteed to be the week after. We don't have a whole lot else to cover in there. We're on our way to the last major portion of the game, and as far as things we left behind, it's go grab these treasures from this guy who sells treasures.
Those are CDs.
They're treasures. Do the one thing at Eddie River, and then do the rest of the trophies, the specific, do well at this trophies. So yeah, so that's probably gonna be a thing. I might try and clear out the museum, because most of it is just stuff that I can get for having Toad points.
Toad points.
Yeah, we have last chapter and then clean up, and then we're done with that. So 1 or 2 weeks left of that, and then we'll be replacing that. I'll probably put up a Patreon poll. Actually, I might do it tonight. I might set that up tonight to start fielding ideas, because I want to replace it with 2 games. One of them is going to be an open world game, and that one is, I think, going to be done via Twitter poll. Actually, that one might be done. I've been slowly building up a ranked choice voting algorithm, and if I can finish it, then I want to test it out by walking through this.
Do Dark Souls 2.
Nope. And then, and you're right, I won't. Not with Demon Souls coming out, and everyone knows Demon Souls is the superior.
Why do you hate
Souls
good games? Did you guys get a PS5? Did Sarah get a PS5?
I got us a PS5, yeah. A PS5 and an Xbox Series X are both en route.
Souls, and I'm going to play it, and I'm not going to let anyone watch me.
I was going to say, if you want to stream it, I'm sure we can move that back and forth. So
I'm sure there's there's definitely a way to do it.
Yeah. And then the internet does not know when the AOC thing is or when the format is, so it's never Nintendo. All right, fair enough. That's what they did with their last stream. The Mario Brothers Direct was not live either, I don't think. I think that one was also just a here's a video, guys thing.
I mean, if John does stream Demon Souls, there's
there's no reason we can't do 2
co-op. I mean,
also
we
that
could both be on stream.
That is also true. We've yet to. I think we've yet to have 2 people stream the same game yet so far. I think.
Besides Divinity 2 and all the stuff that Jeff does.
No. I mean, two separate Let's Play, 2 separate stream series of.
Yeah, that would be kind of silly, I think. But
I mean, it depends. So if they're not collaborative and cooperative with each other, then you kind of have different play styles and things,
Maybe if you spaced out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to burn people out on the same game back to back or whatever.
I mean, I feel like, especially for a Soulsborne title, you got a pretty good chance people are just going to be diving in for it regardless. But I don't know.
I did a single Dark Souls stream.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I was just like trying to see if the internet worked.
Yeah, it was I think it was like a one-off little thing. I think you were also like, maybe this was you showing off some of the like level 1 run or something.
I don't
remember.
When does Jeff stream a Souls game? Dude, fucking do it, Jeff. You won't do it.
Mm-hmm. That you can do that for the multiplayer thing. You play a Dark Souls game, and then the entire rest of the crew just sits around in their Dark Souls game and waits for you to use a humanity, and then immediately bum rushes trying to rock through into your server.
Well, you, like, especially, I don't know about Dark Souls Remastered, but like Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, you can set up like passwords for your co-op and stuff.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Actually, like,
do it that way.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that.
But
I think we covered all the streams now.
But
too.
if you want to do like a co-op Dark Souls thing, that's fun too.
Yeah, I think there's always some interesting new stream ideas that are available. And yeah, those are coming out the second week of November. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X. On the 10th for the Xbox and the 12th for the PS5, I believe. Just in time for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity to take all of my attention away from them. So that'll be good.
What else is coming out on PS5 that I give a shit about? Is it just Demon Souls? Probably just Demon Souls.
Probably.
That's why I didn't want to buy a PS5. I didn't want to pay $560 to play Demon Souls.
There will be Final Fantasy 16 at some point.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well,
and it looks like they're going back to actual fantasy again for like real.
Yeah.
The first time they've done that since 12. I'm not counting 14 only because it's an online game and it's kind of a different breed. But I think 12 is the last time they did.
The like producer who is working on Final Fantasy 14 is going to be working on Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah. The guy, one of the senior developers for the senior, I think, I forget what the exact role was. Senior something from God of War, the new one, is working on Metroid Prime 4. So that's going to be cool.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 12 was very much like kind of classic fantasy.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a setting. Final Fantasy 13 was like a more modern, and 13.
Oh yes. 2. 13 was the cyberpunk counterpart to 7 steampunk.
Like, I don't even know if it was cyberpunk. It was just like modern.
Yeah,
it was
I
just
guess
like a city.
So 7, I would almost argue, is like I think it's coal punk.
Yeah,
like steampunk is very like gears and like machinery and things, and like there is that,
definitely
but
some subgenre of steampunk.
Yeah,
I don't know specifically what it is.
And then,
but it's like there's technology, but it's also like people use like swords and stuff, and like
6 was more steampunk. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 6 was definitely steampunk. 7 was like
if there's a lot of copper and brass going around.
Yeah, I don't know.
What diesel punk might be it. Yeah,
but Final Fantasy 13 is just like modern. Like they're just in a city and people like, I don't know, use computers.
And then you had 12, which is pretty much across the board classic fantasy.
Yeah.
And then 10, where it was like 90% fantasy, but like a little bit of
trip punk,
a little bit of kind of generic modern in there as well, but not like enough to give it a different genre. I don't think it had a pretty naturalistic vibe to it, actually.
A smartphone in Final Fantasy 15? Oh, maybe. I didn't play Final Fantasy 15, so I don't know.
You can play Final Fantasy 15 on your smartphone.
Yeah.
Because they have the little chibi-ized version, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. It's very strange that they did that. It's literally like...
Yeah, there's magic in all of them. Like, that's the final part is the magic. It's the fantasy setting part that's... Anyway...
Like Final Fantasy 15 is literally just contemporary not even medieval, contemporary kingdoms with magic, like modern day, but it is still about kingdoms with magic. Like it'd be like if the king of Sweden decided to send his son on a road trip to Denmark, and like, hey, you gotta go marry the president's daughter. All right. and then things go from there on the road trip there.
Sounds good to me. Wait, which president's daughter?
The Danish president. I have no. I think Denmark still has a king.
Yeah, a bunch of them still have.
Do
kings.
all of the Scandinavian countries still do
think
kings
so.
and queens?
Yeah, I don't know how big of a role they play in their politics, but I think they do.
I think
still have a
nowadays less,
monarchy.
but yeah, same as like Queen Elizabeth is not exactly involved in the day-to-day political, thing, but yeah, I think that's it as far as the streams go. I will have some poll stuff going up in the next, hopefully, a couple days. Maybe I'll take some time tomorrow and like finish the
Yeah, so when those polls go up,
the feature.
go vote.
Yeah, and we will decide what stream game to do also as well.
Cool.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, this is the time for that before we wrap things up. We've been at this for a while. It is so much later than I expected.
It's time for
Oh, Denmark has a queen. Okay.
me.
Margaret. Or Margaret. And like the little kind of like a land with the tongue on the T. Margaret the second. Or Margaret. Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna sleep so goddamn hard tonight. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good ass time.
Good
ass time. Yeah, that's right. God damn it. Good damn
You only live
ass.
twice. When?
Unironically, I did kind of look back on those wistfully like a week ago, and I was like, man, one of these days. Not anytime soon. Spoiler, but one of these days.
It's gonna be weird. Well, what am I saying? That's never gonna happen, so it's not worth talking about.
The Bond movies?
We're talking about seriously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That video's never gonna come out.
The Avengers, I do have a plan for that, and I think it's actually gonna be fairly soon. If we can find the right slice of time to get it done, then hopefully actually quite soon. And then we'll be able to do that as well.
Cut up your time with a sharp knife.
Made it just in time. We're kind of doing Q&A and starting to wrap things up.
Yeah, I was going to get the cat poops.
Ah, gotcha. I mean, if you want, I can do those. I was supposed to do them yesterday anyway.
Yeah.
I can do them once we wrap up. It's all right. Let's see. Combine them into the one seriously. Oh, yeah. Well, Diana Rigg just died like a week or two ago. Who, I don't know how many people in this chat are even going to know who that is, but she was...
I have heard the name.
Sorry, did I just use the character's name instead of the actor?
I was
Fuck.
going to say, isn't that Wonder Woman?
No, that's Linda Carter.
Sorry.
I think Diana Rigg was the actor who played...
Wonder Woman.
No, it's Linda Carter. She played the one of the
Emma
two main
Peel?
characters in the Avengers.
Emma Peel.
Emma
is
Peel
the character.
is the
Diana
character.
Rigg-
Okay, so Diana Rigg was the actor. Yay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's not like a real name.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so does Emma Peel. That sounds like a real
Oh,
name.
that's
also,
right.
but-
She was the I have not watched Game of Thrones, but she was the grandmother, right?
that's Diana Rigg.
Was it like I want him to know it was me or tell him it was me or whatever it was? I think that's her. Yeah.
She's the I don't know, whatever.
And Robot Rumble in the docket. No, we don't have any. We don't have
She
any in
was
the
an
can right now, but we are planning on doing another one of those. She's very into yoga. But yeah, no, we're planning. That's another thing John and I are trying to sort out. Is another Robot Rumble, getting that on its feet again. At least doing one. The funny part is, back in like April, we were like, oh, we could do like a pandemic edition where we do it remotely, and it's like, cool, it sounds good, and then we just never found time to make that happen. So. We will try to make that
I blame John.
happen. It's just remote
It's
stuff is just a
BG2 is
pain.
not here to defend himself. So
Yeah, right. Something
as well.
remotely nice. Yes, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which I think is 2 ahead from where the series ended. I actually recorded the entirety of a review for You Only Live Twice and half of the review from On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Otherwise known as Yolt.
Yolt. A while back, I made a really dumb macro, which is what we used to call memes before everything that is an image with text became a meme, of Daniel Craig looking kind of dorky doing something, and it just said Yolt in big impact font underneath
Yolt.
it instead of YOLO.
We were having that conversation at work today. how about how like I feel like we got to like make a timeline of memes, and there was like
Oh,
the
man.
pre-meme era when they were called image macros.
Mm-hmm. Back in the Icon Has Cheeseburger days.
Yep. Icon
Where-
has cheeseburger and advice animals.
Oh,
were,
yeah,
like,
Advice Animals. Those are still around, though.
They are,
Not
but
as
they're
much.
like it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I think Icon Has Cheeseburger had about... I'm going to give it four good jokes.
Yeah, Rage Comics. Yeah,
I never liked the Rage comics. I mean, they were very popular, obviously, but...
they were always dumb, as are most
Yes.
memes. But yeah.
But like there was a level of dumb where you're like someone actually spent a not inconsiderable amount of time crafting this in MS Paint and copy pasting awkwardly things together. And it's this. Okie doke.
I don't have a problem with that.
Final episode of Sega Genesis Mini is coming.
I don't
It might
like
be a little bit still.
I don't like what Rage Comics have like mutated into.
Yeah, we've got this
Because Rage Comics
yeah,
have basically mutated into like
black and white outline people.
it's like all the like, and it's like I feel like the whatever Virgin versus Chad, like those,
Yeah.
like it just like that's just like the next step of Rage Comics.
Well, then there was the two girls and the two
yeah,
bearded guys
yeah,
one,
yeah,
which
that
has
stuff and
that has entirely been played out,
I
but
don't
people are
even-
keeping it on life support, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
terrible.
like all of the yeah.
There's also all of the like
They're like
smirking
Neo
guy to the side ones with like the outline on them, and like there's usually a mask of either a happy person and someone's like raging behind it or
Yeah,
raging.
all that kind of
Those
stuff,
are so
yeah.
fucking bad. But yeah, we do have a plan for Christmas specially sort of stuff for this year. In the process of working out some details as we speak. Because the further out we plan for it, then the easier it'll be to actually execute on, and we don't have our usual Christmas thing where we go, oh shit, we needed to do these 5 things and only one of them will be done. So we do have a plan for that. And yeah, we have a plan kind of in motion for that right now. Actually, I guess we kind of have 2 Christmas things that are both in motion, so that's nice. One of them is already something we're putting together, and the other one we're kind of figuring out details on. So that's pretty good. We're well on our we're like well on our way to being like fully prepared for the first one, so that'll be good. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this thing up. Yeah, you and me both, Final Biscuit. I am definitely looking forward to having a few less things on the schedule, and also like being able to conclusively end some of these things. I was really excited before about like, man, we're gonna be done with Zelda in 2020, and then they dropped 2 games on us out of nowhere. Like Cadence of Hyrule got another like DLC mode.
That'll be quick though.
Yeah, that one will be quick. But then we also got Hyrule Warriors, which
Yeah, it's not really a Zelda game though.
both times through, I think. This one's literally a prequel, like in canon prequel to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But the first 2 Hyrule Warriors trips that we took were both in the ballpark of 50 episodes, which is like 2.5 months, and it's like, fuck, damn it. So there goes our chance at like being done with Zelda in 2020. Not that I'm not excited to have it go, but I'm pumped to have completed it, you know? Like I'm not like celebrating, yay, we don't have any Zelda to play until they make more of them. It's more just like, oh yeah, we that's one thing that we've actually like done. So yeah, my hope is to have at this point my hope is to be able to finish Zelda in time for the it'll probably happen before, but have it done before the 10th anniversary of the D-pad, which will be in April. I think we'll be done with it well ahead of that though. Like my guess would be March, like very beginning of March, end of February.
Or at least
I think
Smarch.
yeah, or Smarch. So lousy Smarch weather. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If there's anyone watching this on YouTube who wants to jump in on one of these, then you can head to patreon.com/dpadfm and find out how. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next time. The Next month's Hangout is going to be on Friday, October 30th, the day before Halloween. So be ready for that. I'm probably going to wear my costume if I can get it together in time, and we'll see how that goes. Bye.